Hi guys, Arptastic here. Today with my fourth progress video. A bit late on this one I realise, so I've got a fair bit to cover. Straight off the bat though, I will admit that all the interesting stuff's been happening with Mawz. I've made quite a few steps towards his end goals, so he's going to be getting the bigger segment this time. I have of course been playing on Arp just as much, it's just that since my last progress video I've basically only been doing runecrafting, so although it does mean I have been making progress towards my passive goals, there's just not really all that much to show you guys. I've gained a little over 10 million runecrafting experience, breaking the 30 mil barrier and putting me past 500 million total experience, and that's got me 1 crafting level and 2 mining levels, both of which are pretty close to leveling up again. I've made around 340,000 soul runes, which has earned me roughly 50 million GP, which you might notice is actually a bit lower than it should be. The price of soul runes took a pretty big nosedive recently, and right now they're sitting at a measly 143 GP each, which is down from 210 GP each, the price I'm used to. This isn't the first time they've dropped so dramatically. Last time it happened I waited for the prices to go back up. As usual though, I'm pretty low on funds thanks to farming, so I've unfortunately had to sell them each day to keep me going. I know I keep saying I'll do Hunter, I just haven't really felt up to it. I visited one weekend and found worlds with as many as 3 people trying to compete for the same spot. It's a bit of a joke. It means I'll have to limit Hunter to weekdays, but I mean it this time, I will get onto it before the next episode. I also completed the Halloween event, mainly for the killer's knife you get as a reward. If you didn't know, when the knife was released it had a minus 100 crush attack bonus, and attacked using the crush style, meaning you were guaranteed to hit zeros with melee. Might sound useless, but it meant that anybody, including skillers and 10 hit point pures, could make non-aggressive enemies attack you without causing you to gain any combat experience. With the help of recall rings and vengeance other, it actually meant that I could train Slayer. It would be obviously incredibly slow, and would still take years to get to 99, but not much point dwelling too much on that now though, because they did decide to adjust the attack bonus to minus 50 to bring it in line with other fun weapons like flowers, and since I can't get that back down to minus 67, the bonus needed to guarantee zeros, it was unfortunately something I had to abandon. The event itself was really well made though, and it shows. The recent poll to turn it into an actual free-to-play quest passed. Good stuff. So yeah, that's all I've got for Arp this time. Moving on to Mawz, he's been very busy. Just as something to do on the side, I got him up to 95 thieving, the level needed to never fail at Ardoin Nights. I want to get it to 99 there eventually, so nice to know I won't be annoying anybody with failed pickpocket attempts now. I then moved on to crafting. I wanted level 81 so I could boost to 85 for the Elite Kandarin Diary. I didn't want to spend much money doing it though, so I just had him making uncharged orbs. The plan initially was to get a +4 boost with a spicy stew, but I didn't realise just how easy an AFK the skill was. It was quite nice to have him do something that didn't require much concentration, so I decided to just get it up to 85 normally. It was around this time I realised I was pretty low on funds. Like I mentioned earlier, training farming on Arp really does take its toll on my cash stack, so I wanted to kill Zora for a while, but by this point I was sort of in the mindset to do achievement diaries, so I figured it would make sense for me to at least complete the Lumberjane Drainer Elite Diary first, so I wouldn't have to use a Drayman Staff or Fairy Rings, which would save me an extra inventory space. Yeah, this sort of started a chain of events. I needed to train my runecrafting up high enough for one of the elite tasks, but as I mentioned in a previous episode, it would make sense for me to get a minimum of 85 agility first. The level needed to boost to 90, which would allow me to complete a lap of the Ardoin rooftop, one of the tasks for the Ardoin Elite Diary. So I did that, and then afterwards I realised I actually already had all the requirements for the rest of the tasks, so I completed the whole thing. I caught and cooked a manta ray, did a lap around the rooftop, picked the lock leading to the basement of the Yanil Agility Dungeon, casted Ice Barrage on another player in Castle Wars, and I was done. Ardoin Cape 4. The useful rewards this comes with are 25% more Marks of Grace from the rooftop course, and the unlimited teleports to the nearby farm patch. Of course I put the lamp into runecrafting. 50,000 experience is really quite a lot at the lower levels. After that I finally checked out ZMI and stayed there for a while. I really wasn't sure about the update to begin with. I know a lot of people felt that it wouldn't fit in, but now that it's out and I've given it a go, I think it's actually pretty nice there, being that it's such low effort. It's not something I do on Arp, but yeah, still good. I did say at some point before that I'd be doing Astrals, but after trying this out, I've changed my mind. The experience is really quite decent and it's something I can easily do while playing both accounts. Instead of going straight for level 76 though, I decided to also complete the Kandarin Diary. Because I completed the crafting requirement earlier, I only needed 85 firemaking, which can be obtained extremely quickly at the Wintertodd, so I grinded there for a while, got 2 of the Pyromancer pieces, the hood and the garb. I believe with the drop rate it actually works out that I was slightly lucky. I'll be finishing 99 there at some point anyway though, so hopefully I'll be able to finish the set before then. One last thing I needed to do before setting out to complete the diary, I headed to Mithril Dragons to get some chewed bones, which took me only 7 kills. Even in close to max mage bonus, they're pretty slow to kill, so I'm glad it didn't take me the actual drop rate of 1 out of 42 to get it. Then, going through the diary, I read the Barbarian Assault blackboard, burned a pyre ship using those chewed bones, made a stamina mix on top of Seer's Bank, and caught and cooked 5 sharks in Catherby. Kandarin headgear 4, unlimited teleports to Sherlock, 15% higher yield from the Catherby farming patch, and a 50% discount when converting spears to Haste. Again, no surprise, that lamp went into runecrafting. So just looking through my completed diaries, I hadn't realised, but I didn't even have the hard Lumbridge and Draenor diary done. I kinda just assumed I'd already done it, so not really a big setback, but I did have to get the points for Bones to Peaches at the Mage Training Arena. But apart from that, I already had the rest of the requirements, so on to my third diary. I crafted 56 Cosmic Runes simultaneously, learnt Bones to Peaches and casted it in Alcarid Palace, travelled from Lumbridge to Edgeville using a canoe, picked some Belladonna from the Draenor Manor farming patch, crafted an Amulet of Power from scratch, lit a mining helmet in the Lumbridge Castle basement, and then took the train from Dorgish Khan to Keldagrim. Hard diary done. Onto the Elite, I stole from a Dorgish Khan rich chest, pickpocketed Mavario on the Dorgish Khan agility course, and chopped some magic logs at the Mage Training Arena. I don't have a clip of it, but I decided to boost for the task to runecraft 140 water runes, and diary done. Explorer's Ring 4, with a 6th slot to block Slayer tasks with, 100% run energy replenish 3 times a day, 30 free casts of High Alchemy, and, of course, finally, the ability to use fairy rings without the need of a Drayman staff. Whew. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm probably going to be doing Zulrah for a while now, and in my downtime, I will be doing Hunter. See you guys soon. Thanks for watching.